so excited for this event today. For those of you that don't know, I am Principal Chisholm, the proud principal of the Condon K-8, and I would like to extend a warm Condon welcome to all of our students, staff, and guests gathered here today. I want to recognize Mayor Walsh, Charlie Jacobs and Bob Sweeney from the Bruins, Superintendent Chang, Commissioner Evans, Councilor Flynn, and all the other dignitaries who have joined us here today for this exciting event. I'm going to have a few brief words and I'm going to pass the mic over to some of our more distinguished guests. And at the Condon, we value hard work and we value rigorous academics, and we also value physical education and physical activity. That's why here at the Condon we have 2 full-time phys ed teachers. We've revised our schedule to make sure all students have specialties in movement, including swim, dance, and physical education. We have basketball and track teams for our middle school. And we're also one of the few schools in BPS that has recess for every student from K0 through 8th grade. And finally, if you've ever been here in the morning for morning announcements, you know we start the day every day with a Jammin' Minute to get students moving and ready to learn. And actually, none of these things would be possible if it weren't for the support of our next speaker, who has been a champion for Boston Public Schools and for creating opportunities for students to stay active and healthy. And it is my distinct honor to introduce our mayor of the city of Boston, Mayor Walsh.
How's everyone at the Condon doing today? That's awesome. I want to thank everybody here today. I want to thank all these special guests that are here today. I want to give a couple special shout outs. How about a nice round of applause for our teachers, your teachers. And how about a big shout out for the Boston Bruins? I want to thank the Bruins for their donations and their support of our schools. Over $80,000 worth of hockey equipment that's going to come to the schools. I want to thank the Bruins for that. When I was your age, my #1 sport, my #1 team was the Boston Bruins, and I watched them all play, and I used to, when they won, I was happy. When they lost, I would cry. I'd follow them. Any hockey players here? That's all we got, 3 hockey players? We gotta have more hockey players here. Any girl hockey players here? Yeah, there we go. So it's awesome to have the Bruins here with us today. It's awesome to have the Bruins helping us, making sure that you stay healthy, that you stay active, that you can learn, that you can read, that you can write, that you can do all the things that are important, and it's important to play sports. Who plays sports here? All right, who likes sports more than video games? All right, get those hands on sports. You like sports more than video games. But I want to say it's such a great partnership here in the city of Boston with the Boston Bruins. The Bruins are such a big part of our city. They do so much in so many different ways that people don't know. I want to thank Charlie Jacobs and his family for his investments in our city and his investments in our school system and his investments in homelessness in the city of Boston. I want to thank Bob Sweeney as well for running the Bruins Foundation, the great work that he's doing. I want to thank everyone from the Boston Bruins staff, from the superintendent's office as well, Superintendent Tommy Chang and all his support. I want to thank Commissioner Billy Evers. Anyone from Southie here? All right, you commissioners from Southie. How about a round of applause to the commissioner? So when you're the mayor of Boston, it's a hard job sometimes because it's about building up relationships and making friends. And one of the people that I made friends with since I've been the mayor of Boston is Charlie Jacobs. And every time I call Charlie Jacobs something for kids, he never says no. Anytime I call him for support and different things, he says, how can we help? And he's a great partner in the city of Boston. And I want all of you to give him a real big Condon welcome. The owner of the Boston Bruins, Charlie Jacobs.
Wow, good morning everybody. Wow, what an introduction. I hope you're ready to get in that net, Your Honor. You ready to save some bucks in a few minutes?
Ready to go.
Okay. Hey, listen, thank you very much to everyone, all of your students here. Of course, Mayor Walsh, Commissioner Evans, Superintendent Tommy Chang, and all of the Boston Public Schools. On a separate note, I would like to thank a Boston Bruins Foundation member who is here with us today. His name is Chris Ford, and he's responsible for the Boston Police Department being a part of the BFIT School Assemblies program for the past year through his generous donation to the Boston Police Athletic League. So would you guys give it up for Chris Ford for a minute? Thank you, Chris. I'd also like to thank one of our own. Fortunate to say that we have a Boston Bruin in the house with us here today, Matty Grizzlick, or as he's affectionately known in the locker room as Grizz. Grizz, are you here? Good. Matt will tell you, hockey and athletics played a major factor into shaping him into the man he is today. I'm excited to see Matt take a couple of slap shots on the mayor and in a few minutes. But Matt will tell you that hockey enabled his pathway to Boston University, to the Providence Bruins, and then ultimately all the way up to the Boston Bruins itself. And that is really what this is about. It's a physical education is incredibly important to the Boston Bruins. And it's really about living a healthier lifestyle, developing new friendships, and unveiling new opportunities for you as youth. Who knows, maybe the next Matty Grizzlick is in this house today. You all have a wonderful school to be very proud of, and now it is my pleasure to introduce the Boston Public Schools Superintendent, Tommy Chang.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's always great to be here at the Condon. I want to thank Principal Chisholm for all your hard work and your dedication to improving the outcomes for youth. I want to thank the teachers and the staff members at this wonderful school. I want to recognize Mayor Walsh and Charlie Jacobs for your dedication to youth of Boston, and thank you for being here. And thank you for investing in young people, whether it is their academics or in their physical education. And I want to also acknowledge Commissioner Evans for being here today, and I'll have the pleasure of introducing him in a bit. And Jessica Green, the Director of Physical Education for our Boston Public Schools. She is here today, and she really gets the credit for making sure that this partnership came together. So Jessica, thank you for all your hard work. Why don't we give her a round of applause. BPS strives to be one of the healthiest school districts in the country. We know that healthy students make better learners. And we are committed to actively promoting the social, the emotional, and the physical wellness of all students in BPS. Today, as we are speaking, BPS is hosting a wellness summit at the Kroc Center. Our wellness policy in Boston Public Schools creates the roadmap for ensuring that all BPS schools are safe, healthy, sustaining. And this policy requires high-quality, inclusive physical education pre-K to 12. Research shows that kids need 60 minutes of physical activity, and PE in our schools help them reach this goal. PE is a cornerstone of the school's physical activity program and provides students with the confidence and desire to be physically active in all areas of their lives. I want to thank the Boston Bruins for making this generous donation. The $80,000 will pay for nearly 25 students at 80 BPS elementary schools and K-8s to have access to youth floor hockey sets like you see over there. This includes some 35,000 students in grades 3 to 5 who will specifically be taught the skills necessary to play hockey as part of their PE curriculum. Playing hockey, whether it's on the gym floor, on the playground, street, or on ice, is a great physical activity. And I want to thank the Boston Bruins for their donation. And now I have the honor of introducing South Boston's own Commissioner Evans. He will come up, and Commissioner Evans runs by this school every single morning around 4:30 a.m. So, Commissioner, why don't you come up?
Thank you, Superintendent, and thanks to the mayor and all his support. I also want to give a shout out to the Bruins. I've been at some of these events around the city, and for them to give out the equipment and have the support and care about the kids and their safety. I just want to thank Mr. Jacobs, obviously Bob Sweeney and John Woodside for all they have done. Obviously, I want to thank my officers too, because they work with you kids every day in the school. Sergeant Sexton, Nicole Grant, Officer Lopes, and all of them do a great job. But everywhere I go, I like to talk to you about two things. One is the importance of reading and staying off, the phone and staying off the computers. That's real important. You got to stay focused on your reading and staying in school. But I always talk about physical exercise. Like Superintendent James says, I've run a lot of marathons. I've run 53 marathons. And I always say how important it is to stay not only mentally fit, but physically fit. So stay in school, stay in the books, and more importantly, stay with your sports and stay with the physical activity. And it's so important that the Bruins brought this equipment. It's all about keeping you safe and keeping you physically healthy. So God bless you all. The police cares. We love you guys. The mayor, the city loves you guys. Make sure, again, you stay active. That's what today's all about. So thanks for listening. Right now, I'm going to introduce the city's guru on physical fitness, Jessica Green, who, again, cares about all your physical fitness.
Bring this down a little bit here. I'm Jessica Green. I'm the Physical Education Director for Boston Public Schools. I'd like to start by thanking the people who are up here, Mayor Walsh, Superintendent Chang, and Commissioner Evans for your support. Thank you to the Condon School for all the work you did to set this up. And thank you so much to Charlie Jacobs and the whole Bruins organization for making this possible for us. I'm happy for the opportunity to be here today to celebrate this donation to Boston Public Schools physical education. Physical education sends students on the path to physical literacy, giving them the knowledge, skills, and confidence they need to be physically active and fit for life. In Boston Public Schools, phys ed is for all students, providing them with a safe and supportive learning environment that they can be active during the school day. With amazing support from community organizations like the Boston Bruins, we can impact the health of all of our students by bringing instructional resources to PE classes. We greatly appreciate this support and donation from the Bruins, which helps put these resources directly into the hands of our teachers and to our students. Many thanks to the Boston Bruins and all of you who've made this possible. It is now my pleasure to bring us to the fun, exciting part of the presentation. I get to introduce John Whitesides, who was the strength coach for the Boston Bruins for 15 years.
Are we ready to have some fun today? Really? That's all I get? I said, are we ready to have some fun today? I want to see everyone get your rally towels up with all these great speakers. Put them up in the air. Now I'm going to teach you guys something that's called the Bruins whistle. So when I was in the locker room, and Zdeno Chara and Brad Marchand were talking too much, I gave it this. And they were quiet. All right? That's the same rules for today. We want you to be loud. We want you to have fun. But we want you to learn something too. All right? So I've got a couple of special people in the back with me here today. We've been in a lot of Boston Public Schools this year with the Boston Police Department. We have Officer Nicole Grant with us. Put your hands together for Nicole. Nicole's going to talk to you about how to stop bullying. And there's no one better to give that presentation than a police officer, right? They're here to help us. They're here to support us. So every time we go into a school, we have a Boston police officer with us giving that message. And then I want you to put your hands together for my counterpart, Julia Wardwell. She's going to talk about nutrition. Put your hands together. Go ahead, tell me. Work out every day. Someone else give me a word. Go ahead. Exercising, healthy, right? Being active. Is it mental or is it physical? Mental. Both, right? It's both physical and it's mental, right? Think about it. You've got to be mentally fit to be able to do stuff. You've got to be physically fit to be able to do stuff. So they work together, right? So it's being healthy and strong, mentally and physically. Healthy and strong so you can overcome obstacles, right? Healthy and strong so you can seize opportunities. It helps you be more successful. Who knows what being successful is? What makes you successful? Go ahead. Working hard, there you go. Home run right off the bat, right? Nice job, it's working hard. And it's one word that can sum that up. Grit. Who's heard of the word grit before? Anybody? You'll have heard it by the end of the day, I promise you. Grit. It's hard work. It's hard work for the long run. Passion and perseverance. So I walked into this gym, the first thing I saw on that wall out there with all the words was what? Perseverance, right? Hard work, sticking with it, day in, day out. Living life like a marathon. Having long-term goals. Is a long-term goal tomorrow? The week after? The month after that? No, it's your whole life, right? Long-term goals. You see that guy up there? That's Patrice Bergeron. He's the assistant captain for the Bruins. And there he is at 18. It took him 8 years to win the Stanley Cup. 8 years he had to show up to practice. He had to work hard. He had to work on his weaknesses to get better. And you know what? You think he started hockey at 18? No, he started way before that. He was probably 4 years old when he started. So it's working hard day in and day out. Grit in school. Guess what? My wife's a school teacher. And I have 2 second graders. I have twins. So I have a snapshot into all your worlds. And teachers, when they're not here, you know what they're doing? They're learning how to be better teachers. That's what they do. And they learn about this thing called growth mindset. It means the ability to learn is not fixed. What do you think changes? How do you change your ability to learn? Effort, right? You can read up there. Good. I like that. With effort. So the more you work and the more you try, the better you get. Who's good at math? Who's good at reading? If you're not good at one of those things, what should you work on? The one that you're not good at. Who knows who Zdeno Chara is? He's the captain of the Boston Bruins, and he's like 7 feet tall. He's really, really tall. But when he goes on the ice, guess what? He's got a great slap shot. Do you think he goes out and practices a slap shot every day? Nah, he works more on his footwork. Because he's so big and he's so tall, if you want to improve, you've got to work on your weaknesses. You've got to work on it every day. Is it all right to fail? Yes. Is it all right to fail? Yes. I want to hear it again. Is it all right to fail? Yes, it's all right to fail. You have to fail. When you try to ride a bike or throw a ball or jump up and down, were you good at it right away? No. You got to practice. It's good for your brain. You have to try something over and over again to become better at it. You have to put grit into everything you do. That means your friendships. That means being a good brother, being a good sister. It means everything you do. You have to try hard, you have to fail, you have to stand up, and you have to keep on going. Now the next person I'm bringing up to speak, I'm just going to tell you right now, She's really, really, really shy. All right, it's Officer Nicole. So on 3, I want you to get as loud as you can to get her up here, because she's nervous. 1, 2, 3.
Good afternoon, Concord School. Wait a minute, good afternoon, Concord School? That's much better. So my name's Officer Nicole Grant. I have my friend in the back, Officer Jeff Lopes. He's going to be my wingman. He's going to make sure I do my job. Is that okay? So I'm here to talk about bullying. Do you like bullying? No! We're going to stop bullying today, aren't we? What is bullying? Who knows what bullying is? It's when you're being mean to someone. Is it on purpose and hurtful? Yes, it is. How about this? Does it happen one time or does it happen over and over again? Absolutely. How about, is it an abuse of power? Yes, and guess what, friends? What does it say up there, that last one? It's against the law. Types of bullying. Physical. Who knows an example of physical bullying?
Pushing, punching, and kicking.
Did you just read my slide for me? Who else? Anything else? Anything else? Not including people, absolutely, but how is physical bullying? It can hurt someone's feelings, definitely. How about we go to psychological bullying? Excluding. How about if we have a new friend at school? Are we going to invite them to sit with us? If we don't invite them to sit with us, is that bullying? Especially if they want to play with us over and over again, right? How about cyberbullying? Who are my friends that know about cyberbullying? I see that hand right there. What is it?
Cyberbullying is when people bully people on their phones
On their phones and
and technology.
technology. And we know that can happen 24 hours a day, right? Because we all have cell phones, we all have computers, right? Is it okay to cyberbully somebody if they don't know it? Absolutely not. How about this? Community mentality. Is the Condon School a community? Let me try that again. Is the Condon School a community? Absolutely. We have to remember we have to treat everyone respectfully, right? And we have to treat everyone the same with kindness, right? And remember, bullying can happen. How about you guys help me out? Because I know you guys are wicked smart. The first one, anytime. Anywhere. Anyone. And I have to say, we always, always, always have to look out for each other. Not just here at school, but also in our neighborhoods, right? Right? How to stop bullying? How about this? Are we going to be brave? Are we going to stick up for one another? Absolutely. And also, how about this? This to me is the most important thing. Avoid the person and walk away. Is that hard to do? Absolutely not. If I'm being bullied, I'm going to walk away and I'm going to talk to a trusted adult. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And I want, if you see it happen to another student, you do the same thing for that student. I also want you to don't stay quiet. Speak up and talk to a grown-up, okay? Is that clear? I think I heard 5 people say yes. Is that clear? How about this? I'm going to need some help with this one because Officer Kwan, sometimes I can't see so well. So on the count of 3, we're going to read this together. So on the end. All right. If you see something, say something. And don't be a what? Thank you guys. I'm not shy anymore. Hi, Condon School. Are you guys learning anything so far? All right. We're going to go through nutrition because nutrition is super important, especially for you guys at this age. Now, nutrition is all just sometimes food and anytime food. All it is about making small changes to make a big difference, right? You choose to eat an apple instead of a bag of chips at lunch, it's going to give you more energy to do your homework or more energy to go out and play with your friends later in the day. So just remember, small changes can equal a big difference. That plate probably looks pretty familiar to you guys. Yeah? All those colors? The more colors, the better. Don't have a plate all green, all yellow, all orange. You guys want vegetables, protein, carbs, dairy. The more colors you guys have, the more energy you're gonna have. And as the Bruins players know, you guys can't offset a bad diet with exercise, right? If I eat potato chips before I go out to run with my friends, do you think I'm gonna run as fast as my friend who ate some fruit? No, they're gonna beat me to the ball and they're probably gonna score a goal. So, small changes equal a big difference. What you eat is what you're gonna get out. Some anytime and sometimes food. Instead of white bread, let's try wheat bread. Instead of a cheeseburger, I do love cheeseburgers in summer, try a grilled chicken sandwich. Now obviously, you can eat sweets once in a while, like your birthday. You guys are allowed to have cake on your birthday, right? Oh yeah. You're more than welcome to have some sweets, but make sure that they're only sometimes food. They're not a consistent part of your daily diets. Because what you put in is what you're gonna get out. You guys see that guy up there? That's the Dano Char. What's he eating out of? The Stanley Cup. Do you guys think Z was able to eat out of the Stanley Cup by eating unhealthy snacks? No. Those are some of his favorite foods. He likes raisins, pretzels, yogurt, carrots, anything you guys can think of. Try to do some healthy snacks. I know you may want those potato chips. You can have them sometimes. But all of those healthy snacks are really great choices for you all the time. What to drink? Just as important. You guys are all growing, right? I know you guys think you're nice, big, and strong. But water. Your body is made up of 60% water. That's the majority of your body. So you guys need to make sure you're drinking lots and lots of water. You guys also need to make sure you're drinking a lot of dairy, because your bones, you guys need to get big and strong, right? Yeah, everyone wants to get big and strong? These drinks are also going to help you in school. It's not just physical, it's also helping you out mentally. So, if you take some of these skills, some of these lessons we just talked about up here, you guys are going to be pretty set for life. You're going to be able to accomplish those long-term goals that John was talking about, both physical and mental. Now, I know we threw out a lot of information at you guys, so now we're going to go into the really fun part of the presentation. We're going to go on to what is called the showdown, and I'm going to bring John right up here, and he's going to call some people out.
All right, now we're going to get this thing moving a little bit. All right, we're going to wake everybody up, get everybody going. So we're going to get Mr. Lambert is talk to some kids that are going to come up. You want the microphone?
All right, a couple names. When I call your name, please give me one line of it. Kitty Chu, Sabrina Washington, Ishmael Pereira, Jake Green, Demetrius Briggs, and Angela Rodriguez. I'm still working on two more names. So I'm probably going to have a teacher participate. Round of applause for the teacher participate.
Yes, let's go.
I'm going to call out Mr. Blitz. Mr. Blitz, if you know what's up. Mr. Chisholm, you also have to do it. That's what you two want to do. Marty, you want to join in? Walsh, you want to join in?
All right, now, guess what? We've had a lot of special guests, right? Mayor Walsh, Commissioner Evans, right? Boston Public Schools was well represented. Charlie Jacobs from the Bruins was here. But guess what? I got another special guest for you. But he comes out sometimes if the kids are loud enough. But if they're not loud enough, he won't wake up. All right? On 3, you have to say, "Let's go Bruins." 1, 2, 3. Did I tell you you had to be loud? Yeah, you got to be louder than that. On 3, let's go Bruins. 1, 2, 3. truth. I've got one other special guest. Never have we had this guest with us before. We have a Boston Bruins player. From Charlestown, Massachusetts, rookie sensation, Matt Grizzly. Oh yeah, now we're going. All right, we're going to start off with some jumping jacks on the whistle. Here we go. Warming up, we're going to warm this group up so they're ready to shoot. Now we're going to do a standing drum twist. Nice twisting, and we got the body loose. Now we're going to touch our toes and reach for the sky.
Oh my God.
Now after you warm up, you stretch. Why do we stretch? So you don't get hurt, right? And we don't want Mayor Walser up here. This isn't good for anybody. So we're going to make sure everybody's loose. We're going to lean to the right. Here we go. We're going to lean to the left. We're going to spread our legs and we're going to hold down and touch our right toe. Now we're going to touch our left toe. All right, Blades, you're in the net. Let's get this shootout going. I want all the students to get nice and loud when this is happening. All right, let's go. Get the rally towels up in the air. Let's go. These are your classmates. These are your teachers. This is your mayor. Let's get it going. You got some pressure on you now. Wave those towels, get them up and go! Let's go, get loud, you can get as loud as you want. Oh, Blades is down again. Come on, Blades, stand up, get in there, kid. There he goes, he looks like he's a shooter. He looks like a shooter. Oh, Blades, you know where you are. Nice job. Let's go, let's hear it, let's hear it. Oh, that's another one. Students are up by 2. Here we go, come on, let's hear it, let's hear it. Students are up by 3, but who's